The Galilee garage there. Tap into my channel, that's where you wanna be. 87 Monte Carlo West has name Ghost. I bet when I punch the gas, all you see is white smoke. And you know we do it big Texas, so we going 100 spokes like we on West Coast. Mexican League garage therapy, come get with me, come get with me.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Mexican Lee back with another video, man. Hey, check this out. So, I had told y'all before that as far as Ghost went, I didn't really have no more work to do to him until I got ready to do the paint, the body paint work, right? And what I started working on was the small block 350 for the Grand Prix, because I wanted to clean it up, re-gasket it, paint it, throw it back in the car if it was any good, and be able to just fire it up and move it around the yard. Okay, that was the plan. That plan got jacked up when I saw that the piston skirt was busted on this engine, so plans changed. All right, when I made that video or post, I think I made a post on Facebook about it. My homie Mike out in Waco hit me up. Told me he had a Vortec engine over there that he got in on trade. And if I was interested in it, I could get it. So I told him, yeah, let me go check it out and we'll make some, we'll talk. So I went out there, checked it out. I wanted it. So I got it. And shout out to him, man. Appreciate you, homeboy. Again, I said that before. I appreciate you again, man. So I got the engine home. It did come with the oil pan. Didn't come with any accessories. It had the timing chain cover on it. It had the pulley on it, the harmonic balancer. It had valve covers on it. No intake and no flywheel. Those parts were used from the person that originally owned this motor. They took those parts off and put them on a different motor, 383 stroker, that they ended up buying and swapping out for this one. So, which is cool. I'll outsource that shit either way and, you know, do what I wanted to do to it. And that's what I'm currently doing. So this video right here is not no actual work that I'm doing to the engine yet, but just giving y'all a quick update because of what happened to the 350. This is what we're gonna go ahead and start working on now and getting it ready for Ghost. The motor that's in Ghost now will come out and go into Grand Prix. So let's turn this camera around real quick, show y'all what we're working with. Oh yeah, and if y'all can, man, hit that subscribe button. Like, comment, share. I appreciate everybody. For those that are still tuning in to my sorry, boring ass, I appreciate it, man. And for the ones that have actually reached out and, you know, explained to me or, you know, let me know that my videos are actually helping them and they're appreciative for the content that I'm putting out. Hey, man, thank you so much. Thank you to you as well. And I'm glad that what I am putting out there is actually able to help people out, because like I say, even with this build, man, I'm doing so much research on how to adapt the old style water pump, the pulleys, all the brackets on this newer style block. Yes, it's not a LS. Okay, it's not a brand new goddamn motor. Yes, it's still a small block Chevy, but there are different things that have to be done to this Vortec block in order to use my factory pulleys, my factory alternator, my AC pump, all that shit on this motor. I want to adapt to this motor. This is a 96 block, 1996. All right. So there are some things that are a little different. And, you know, a lot of cats are going to jump in the comments probably and, oh man, that's so easy. You know, okay, whatever. For you, it may be because you probably have done this before. I've never worked on one of these engines before. Always the smaller. I think the 87, this block was the newest block that I ever really worked on. Yes, I did the LS swap in Lucky 2 times, but all that shit was just plug and play. So it wasn't nothing that I was adapting from old to new, which I'm doing to this car. Now, this motor isn't that new, but it's newer than the 87 block. Yes, it still has the center bolt valve covers, the Vortec heads, sort of. The early style Vortec heads, these are the newer style to where they don't have the bolts in the center. And I'm having trouble now trying to figure out, I don't want to have to take the heads off this motor. I'm not fucking with the cam. I'm not doing any of that. I just want to put all the accessories back on, the intake, you know, the old style time and chain cover, the old style water pump. The fuel pump I can't do because the cam that's in this motor now doesn't have the lobe on it to control the push rod for the fuel pump. So I have to go electric fuel pump. Everything else I can change over, which I have now. Now I did the research that I did do as far as like changing over to going with the smaller, the 87 style harmonic balancer. I have to take the reluctor wheel off the bottom on the crank. I have to take that reluctor wheel off and take the plastic crappy Vortec 5.7 liter time and chain cover off. So I'm going with the metal. I'm going with the old style metal one. I did order the dowel pins that I'll have to tap into the block here. I'm not, once I put the new time and chain and gear set on, probably didn't even need it, man. I'm telling you, when I got this motor, it really was super duper clean. Everything looked really good on this car, but on this engine. But when I get to the bottom, or when I get a block like this, and I have to take the time and chain cover and oil pan off, I'm putting a new oil pump in it, and I'm putting a new time and chain and gear set in it, even if it looked new. Just for my peace of mind, I will do that. So that's what I'm doing on this one here. I already have all the parts. I just have to get ready to start putting them in. I'm waiting for my oil pump bolt because I wanted the same factory one that came on this block. I wanted the same factory oil pump. I don't want that high volume shit. This ain't no race motor. There's no racing internal parts in it. It's all factory, but new. From what I was told, it was a crate motor that the guy bought and just dropped in his truck in place of the factory 350 for the 96 Tahoe. So with that being said, it does have the holes drilled out for the fuel pump rod. But like I said, the cam doesn't have the lobe, so I can't. I can mount it and I can put the rod in there, but it ain't gonna do nothing because it doesn't have the lobe to push the fuel pump arm. And so that's no big deal. I'll go electric fuel pump. But again, back to the time and chain and gear set. Once I get the gears on it and the chain and I get it lubed up, I will put the metal time and chain cover on that's on the old school 350s. I have the harmonic balancer for that. That'll go on. I hope the timing marks, the lines are going to match. I haven't really looked into that yet, but everywhere and everyone that I've talked to or read about says that will work on this crank with no problem. So I did kind of screw up when I took the time and chain and gear set off. I didn't line up the dots where they should have been before taking them apart, so I could just hurry up, put it back together as is. So I'm gonna have to go through and figure out, you know, top dead center on the piston, on the compression stroke on number 1. Then I'll have to figure out the cam where it's gonna set, you know, as far as the valves, because I'm not breaking anything else down. And then I'll get the top sprocket installed correctly. What is it, 6 and 12 o'clock that the dots have to meet up. And then when I do that rotation, it'll be 12 o'clock, and then that will be set for me to be able to drop my, should be set for me to be able to drop my distributor in. But like I said, man, I did take the old oil pump off, the gear set. I didn't mess with any of the valves or anything in there. On one side, did have a little bit of moisture that was in there, so I soaked everything down with some mystery oil. I poured a little bit in the cylinders, let that soak for a few days, cleaned everything up really nice. So now she's ready to pretty much be wiped down really good and have everything installed back on it. Oil pump, timing chain and gear set, oil pan, timing chain and gear cover, intake, the good stuff. Once all that gets done, then I'll really degrease the outside again one more time really good, and I'll paint it back black. I want everything back black, just like the Vortex, how they normally come. I'll have to clean the oil pan out really, really good. There's nothing wrong with it. Valve covers, one of them has a nice little ding in it, which I think I can kind of straighten out. But even if I don't, everything's there. They just need to be scuffed down really nice and sanded and then repainted. So I'll be getting those put back on. I already have the one piece oil pan gasket. Well, I'll walk over there and show y'all what all I have new for it. But I think I have everything, man. Like I said, I'm waiting for the oil pan or the oil pump bolt, the factory bolt. And then there was something else along with that I was waiting on. Oh, the dowel pins for the timing chain cover for it to line up like the old school blocks have. That's all the old shit for the 350. But over here is so far all the new stuff that I have for this block. Both parts, as far as, everything, not even gonna say internally, but I got the brand new oil pump, the brand new timing chain and gear set. That's up here. Then I have the gear set here. I got the metal shaft that's for the one-piece shaft for the oil pump, because I didn't want to put that plastic crap back on there. So this is what I'm putting in there. Okay, part number IS-55E, and that's Melling. I've been putting these in my small block Chevys for a while now. I don't like that plastic little clip that goes on there. I've seen them crack, even as far as my dad, working on these old small black Chevys. I've seen them to where he's always seen that little plastic clip that goes on that gear or on that distributor rod. They crack, and that thing falls out of there. You ain't got no more oil pump, or you ain't got no more distributor turning. So either one, I can't remember, but one of them will stop turning, guaranteed. So we got those three parts. The harmonic balancer is for the 87 Monte SS, so I'm going to see if that'll work. If not, I may have to go up a couple years. I got the Dorman timing chain cover, 635-509. That's the old style metal cover with the timing tab on it. I'm going to scuff that down and paint that black. Even if I can't use that on this motor, I'm going to paint it black, and I'll use it for a different motor later. So we got that. This just came in today. I don't know if it's going to work or how well it's going to work, but it's the bracket for the kick down cable and the throttle cable to go on the back of the Edelbrock carbs. So they say you can use them on a Quadrajet and Holly, I believe, but that part number is, this is for the 200R transmission. That ain't no actual part number, but that's that right there. It's from China. It's China made, I guess, but I don't know, shit. It looks pretty sturdy, nice thick steel. I love the gold anodizing on it. So we're gonna try that bracket. I got like a couple extra brackets laying around, a couple factory ones, and I do have like an Edelbrock, a little cheap chrome one. And then I have a Mr. Gasket one. So if I have to cut a couple and weld some together and then paint them black, I'll do that just to make the stuff work. So we got that. I did get a flywheel for the, I believe it is for the 96 Vortec. This is the Pioneer. Part number 871006. This has the 168 tooth, but it has the, because I'm running the 200R4 with that factory torque converter for now, because like I said, there's nothing high performance in this engine, but it does have the dual torque converter size bolt pattern. So I can run the, I think one was like a 10 inch and an 11 inch or something like that. So it does have, you know, both sizes on there, so I can use this, use either 700R4 or the 200R4s, and then something else. But I got that. That engine didn't come with one because, like I said, the previous owner used it on his other, when he did the swap for his own truck. So no biggie. This here is the intake I went with. It's the Summit Vortec intake, powder coated black, part number SUM-226018-B. Now, when I looked at the, and I shouldn't say this, but when I looked at the ad, when I went to Summit, I went up there and bought everything in person. It's just right down the street from my work. So when I went up there and I looked online, the intake says Summit, and I don't mind that. Excuse me. I like Summit brand stuff. Their parts that I bought, carburetors and stuff like that, are actually really good quality to me. You know, I'm not into porting heads and porting, you know, intakes and all that shit because I don't know how. And I'm not into racing like that. So for the guys that are, and y'all know how to do it, kudos to you. I don't do all that. I don't know how. I don't know how to run numbers on cams and, you know, figure out compression stroke and all that. I don't know. And I really don't care to learn. I'm sure if I was younger, hell yeah, I'd be all over that. I'd jump all over that shit. Now that I'm old, I really don't care. I just want my car to run, drive, maybe peel a little bit of rubber here and there. But I want to be able to hop in it and go any and everywhere I want to without any issues whatsoever. So let me just quick show you the intake, man. This thing's beautiful. I hate to take it back all out the packaging, but man, see, like I said, it's supposed to say Summit right here, but you see that. So hey, I ain't tripping. This thing is beautiful, man. So that's what we got for the intake. Now I did at first go with all Edelbrock shit, but man, that bill was so damn high, and I wasn't looking for brand name. I just wanted, I wanted the all black look, and yes, I could have painted that intake, but man, I was happy with this. Plus the price point, I couldn't complain. And then it's the actual wind, whatever, however you say that name. So hey man, I think I got I hit a lick on that. So oil pump, part number M115. That's the factory oil pump. I got the screen, the factory screen, 155S. So I'll be putting a new screen on that. I also got these. You know, I know out of all the small block Chevys that I put together, I know there's no gasket that goes in between the oil pump and the bearing, the cap, the bearing cap. But for my peace of mind, again, this is what I'm installing in that, because the factory, if I flip that engine over, there's a factory gasket in there that came with that. I don't know if that's from the factory or whoever built that motor, but I'm putting this in there just for peace of mind. I ordered a couple of them because they were cheap enough. I just said, I'll keep one on hand. So we'll be putting that in there. That's going to go in between the oil pump and the main rod cap. Let's see. Carburetor. Originally, they had given me the 1406. I didn't want the 1406. So I took that back and I got the 1906 AVS series. So they say those are better. They tune better. They run better. So that's what I went with. It was only $50 more. So why not? For the intake, they gave me the ARP bolts. For the intake to mount to the block. And then I got the carb studs. So those are there. They gave me this little cheap gasket. I don't like these gaskets. I like the thick one, which that will be delivered tomorrow as well. The heat dissipating gasket. This is the old bolt, the factory bolt. I kept that just in case. I'll do the gaskets last. So for the distributor, this is what I went with. I know they say with the Vortec motors, you have to have the melanized gear. So I could have bought the super cheap distributor and then put my own gear on it, you know, ordered the gear separate, which it was like $80. So for the price of what it came out to, I got this one already. It's supposed to be way better quality. It was a little bit more, but man, I couldn't beat it for the price. And I didn't have to go through putting my own gear on it and take the chance of me not having it put together right and that bitch fall off and fall in the motor. So the part number for this, it's Chevrolet Performance. I got the red cap with the coil distributor. It is the part number 141-683. So then they ended up giving me the Summit 14 by 3 inch air cleaner chrome, but I'll put that on the Grand Prix. I'm not putting that on Ghost. Ghost has the black Chevrolet one. That one's going back on. So as far as gaskets, I did get the one-piece rear main seal gasket, Felpro. I always buy Felpro gaskets. For the intake, I got the 1255 Felpro gasket, intake manifold gasket. These are super thick, man. I like these. So that's pretty much it. Oh, I got the one-piece oil pan gasket. I don't know if that's the part number or not. Let's see if we can get around there. I think that is the part number. I got that from O'Reilly's. And I don't want to drop any of this stuff. But anyways, we're pretty much just about there to... Oh, I don't want to drop that oil pump. All right, that ain't going nowhere. Kind of make some room for this crap. I ain't trying to drop nothing or damage anything. So, yeah, I guess that was the part number. OS 34500R. This is for the 350 Vortec 5.7 or 5.0 or 4.3 liter. It's the one-piece oil pan gasket. So that will be going on there as well. Now I got a couple more things that I still need to get, but it's smaller things that I don't need right this second. I know I have to get wires. Let me see, wires, hoses. No, because the majority of the shit that's on Ghost is all brand new. So all that stuff I'll be reusing. That's it, man. I really think that's it. Not even spark plug wires, because the spark plug wires and distributor, that distributor will stay on that motor, but the spark plug wires are red. So I'll put those, I'll take them off and put them on this motor, and then I'll get black ones or a different color for the 305 when it goes back into the Grand Prix. So that's it, man. I just wanted to quick give y'all an update on what I got going on for Ghost. And like I said, this was not planned. This came, my next step was to break that 350 down, drop it off at the machine shop, see if it was going to be any good, and have it rebuilt. while that was getting done, I was going to jump on Lucky 2 Times and start the body work. Now that it's starting to cool off a little bit down here in Texas, I wasn't going to mess with Ghost no more. So, man, when homeboy hit me up and told me he had that engine, and I got a buddy of mine that's asking me to work on his 383 Vortec. I've never worked on one, so this was a perfect opportunity to get my own, learn how to put it together with the older stuff and newer, and get it in a G body, get it running, and then that way I could take on jobs like this if I want to. Like I said, man, I don't take on jobs because, for one, I know what I'm worth, but I don't know how to charge as far as doing the work and making it worth my while. Because if I have to pull my car out of a spot that's right here, that's ready and just open for whatever one of my cars I want to pull in, I'm losing my time off of my build. So that costs money to me. Now, if I have to get your car in and have to figure everything out from top to bottom, that's going to cost you some money. Now, if you have the majority of the work done, then of course it's only going to be, a few hours here and there. Okay, I might do it for free. I might do it for a couple $100. I don't know. But I really need people to understand that, I'm not open for business. But if I do choose to take on something, just understand where I'm coming from when I throw you a price. Now, we might be able to, kind of work on it here and there, but I'm not all about, getting over on nobody, but I'm not trying to get over on either. I ain't trying to have nobody get over on me either. So there's, it's a difference. I've been in the game too long. I build my own shit. I build it correct. And I know what I'm doing. And if I don't know, I'm going to learn. And I will know. And I'll perfect it. So, it ain't nothing to it. It ain't nothing to it but to do it. But I don't like having to deal with, having someone not want to pay, or someone bringing me something that someone else already did and worked on, and I got to work behind that person, and now I'm taking just extra time to figure it all out. I don't, that's just too much for me, man. I'm not, now if I didn't have the job that I have and this was all I did, then guaranteed I'd take that shit on 24/7. I'd be in this joker 24/7, but no, man. I work too much, I work too hard, and this right here is therapy. So when I come home, I'm not trying to stress out over someone else's build. Now, I'll stress out over my shit because I want to learn, and I want to learn how to do it correctly the first time. But if I have to bring your job in and do all the homework and all that, it's not really, it's not, I don't know. It's not worth it to me. Time-wise and money-wise, it really isn't. So if I do take on something, please, be I'm gonna say considerate for one, but be glad that I actually am taking on that job, because I don't do it for everybody. So just please understand that. But that's it, y'all. That's it for Mexican Lee's Therapy Garage, man. Sorry I talked your ear off, but I just had to quick give you an update on what's going on over here in the shop, man. Like I said, this shit was just last minute. Man, it came up, and I couldn't refuse. And homeboy's a great guy, man. So again, thank you. Thanks for looking out, man. I appreciate, the opportunity to run out to your shop and grab this. And it's a lot, but yeah, I'm ready for the challenge. I love a challenge. So all this shit's a challenge to me, especially this shit right here. I ain't never did one. For the dudes that have done them, oh yeah, it's a piece of cake. Okay, to you it is. To me it wasn't. But I got it. It's in there, it's done, and it's done right. So, and my shit ain't leaking. I washed my car the other day. My shit is not leaking. So, but y'all see what it is, man. This joker's gonna have a nice little heart in him pretty soon. I think what I'm gonna end up doing is, and I know Lucky 2 Times is gonna hate me for this, but if I yank that motor out, to have that motor, once I fire it up and I hear it and it's perfect, that's gonna give me the go ahead to yank this motor out of Ghost, break them down, take all the interior out, put it in the house, take that sunroof out, take the trunk apart, take everything and put it in the house, and go ahead and cut this glass out and start doing my body work. We're gonna go ahead and paint Ghost, get him done, maybe the body off of the frame a little bit so I can clean up the frame and paint it, and then we'll drop the new heart in him. But y'all stay tuned, man. Told y'all we got some fire content. I know it's been a little boring here lately at Mexican Leads Therapy Garage, but man, I got some bangers coming. I'm telling you. Y'all stay tuned, man. All right, Mexican Leads Therapy Garage, we're out.
Mexican Leads Therapy, wrenching in the garage. Wet paint dripping smooth, call it a mirage. Gold teeth popping, boots scratch the pavement. Hood legend status, I'm Texas entertainment. Low for life, rolling deep on chrome spokes. Swinging wide in Texas, watch all the hits provoke. AC blowing clean, sunroof doing its thing. Saginaw born king with that southern swing. Props to the engine humming strong under the hood. Fresh like tortilla, smell of grease in the wood. Interior